Let's talk for a second today about our imposter syndrome. Yes, it's a real thing. And how you can turn it into more of a, let's just say, a performance act. This is a tool that I've learned to use and it's helped me out a lot. And I want to pass it on to you today. But first, I got to unload something here, okay? I've talked about it before, how much I really love seeing people succeed. And this is why I'm doing this. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Not to be the next big YouTube star or anything like that. I really had a dream of wanting to be in this self-help industry. I've had it since I was like 15 years old. I figured I'd have to get famous first. I figured I'd have to have something to prove people that, wow, he did it. How's he going to do this? I don't think you really need that, but I did and have had and am continuing to have a certain amount of success in a career that I've chosen many, many, many years ago, and that's in radio. I've done some TV and some other things as well, and I'm still doing this radio show, which I love to do, but I've always wanted to do this, and then over the years, I've really become to hate the self-help industry. In fact, I can tell you the exact day that I decided I don't like the self-help industry. And that was when social media started. That's when all these frauds started to get on, trying to sell you a class for this and a class for that. And, you know, I think people should make money doing it, but I just think it's ridiculous what it's turned into. And so part of me wants to call out some of these frauds by name. I just want to throw down and yell at them. But then there's another part of me, you know, the part of me that has the little angel on my shoulder, which I usually defer to, which sometimes I get mad for deferring to the angel, but I don't feel that that's in my best interest or their best interest to call these people out. I mean, I'm just trying to be me, you know, and I've decided that watching these frauds, I gotta do things my way. And so that's why I started this YouTube channel, which, by the way, from what I understand and all the stuff that I've been reading about how to do a successful channel, I'm doing everything wrong. I'm doing so much wrong on my channel, you know. It's not necessarily focused or anything like that. I mean, yes, I'm always going to give you a positive message here somewhere. Always. I mean, that's always going to happen. But sometimes it's going to be through humor. Sometimes it's going to be through a horrifying story. Sometimes I'll be making a drink and showing you guys how to make a great cocktail. And hopefully something positive is going to come from that. Sometimes I'll be making an omelet on TV. I mean, I want to do a bunch of different things. I just don't want to be sitting on a bench in front of a coffee shop doing this type of stuff. So how does somebody do this? Well, like I said, I'm going against everything here, so this is where I need you. I need you guys to go ahead and share this, and to like this, and to rate it, and do all that kind of crap that they ask you to do. All right? So I really appreciate you being here. It's weird because I notice sometimes that people leave the show. You know, they leave the conversation like 10 seconds in, and here goes a truck. You know, they leave 10 seconds in, and I understand that. You got things to do, and I didn't do a good job of grabbing your time and all that kind of stuff, or grabbing your attention. But I get it. For those of you that are still here, I appreciate you. So thank you for being here. This isn't like when I do stand-up comedy. When you suck at the start of a show on stand-up comedy, you still have an opportunity to win your audience back. Here, you're toast, man. You're absolute toast. But I appreciate you being here, so thank you. All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about this. Let me walk for this thing, all right? This happened in Santa Barbara. This is where I learned how to get my self-confidence up, even though I had to fake my way through it a lot. And I know it's going to work for you as well. I know this will work for you. It's going to take a little time, but it's going to work for you. I remember when I first started radio in Santa Barbara, I was starting to get a little notoriety, but not much. But I also, was one of the younger people on the staff. I had long hair, and I was getting noticed that way. And I walked into this nightclub, Rocky's nightclub. I still remember it, man, like it was yesterday. I walked in there, and I noticed everybody kind of stopped and looked at me because we had a radio appearance there, and I was like, ooh, there's the guy, and I saw people nudging people and everything, and man, did I feel like an idiot. Man, did I feel like a fake, an absolute fraud. And I got scared, but I instinctively, I guess, just decided I'm going to lean into this. You know, I'm going to stand a little taller. I'm going to look people in the eye. I'm going to smile at people because it seems like they wanted to connect. They wanted to do that, but I'm not that kind of a guy. I love doing the radio. I love doing this, but when it comes to meeting people one-on-one, I'm not so good. You know, I'm not really good at it. I'd rather be on stage in front of about 25 million people than talking to 2 people. It's not a real easy thing for me to do. But I just remember that moment, standing up and going, you know what? I'm going to stand a little taller. I'm going to put on a brave face, and I'm going to breathe a little deeper. I'm going to smile at people, and I'm going to take up my space. I'm going to own my room, wherever I walk into. And I remember the reaction I got blew me away. I couldn't believe it. And so I decided I'm going to try this at other things. I went into meetings. I went in to meet people, and I did things like that, and I just stood taller. And even though I was shaking inside and I felt like a fraud, I just stood taller, and I watched their vibe change when I changed my vibe. And more opportunities came from it. More, you know, more happiness, more joy came from it. Even though, like I said, I was shaking inside, it really wasn't who I am. But, and I'm still weak as hell when it comes to feeling self-confident. But I still do this. I still remember that moment. That one moment where I went, okay, everything changed for me. So what I'm telling you to do is fake it. Fake it, you know, the fake it until you make it bull crap, but I don't really necessarily believe all of that. But in this case, I do. It just kind of taught me how to use it as a tool. You could still be the insecure pussy that you are. You know, that's what I am. But you know, but you can use this as a tool. You could pull it out of your bag anytime you've got a meeting, or anytime you want to just do something that's out of your comfort zone. So give it a try, and please let me know what you think in the comments below. I really enjoy answering your guys' comments. It's been really cool. Let me know what you do. Let me know what you do to boost your self-confidence. I'd love to find out. And everybody else can check it out as well on the comments below. Like it, share it, do all that stuff. And thank you so much for being here for Walk It Off.